Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl Diamond. I am the host and creator of Marsha's Plate Podcast and the executive director of Black Trans Women's Inc. All that stuff is going to be linked in the bottom. Today, we are going to talk about just beauty standards from a Black trans woman's point of view. You know, yeah, we go live every Friday at 7 Central PM. Hey, Randito, how are you? Oh, that's pretty. Mm, 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 mm. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Mm. Let's give everybody a chance to come on in. How is everybody doing? How is y'all week doing? It's the week before. Is this the week before Christmas? Or is it another week? I can't remember. I'm sorry, I don't celebrate Christmas. Hey, Brandon. Was it a week before? When's the 25th? All right. I don't know. When do you leave for vacation? I leave on the 21st. On the 21st, I'll be out of town from the 21st to the 27th. Or, yeah, 27th. Hey, Miss Michelle, how are you? I'm good. How about yourself? He looks at me. Thank you. I feel really relaxed. Even though this dress make this boob look way bigger than this boob. This is my big boob though. Every woman has a boob that's bigger than the other. But in this dress, it's really, really noticeable. This one looks like blue. This one looks like blue. But I'm really, really comfortable today. I feel relaxed. Got my little, Nick Cannon turban on, but fish. And I'm trying to stop saying fish. It's gonna be so hard. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. But yes, but cunt, is that better? Is cunt better? Because that's not really. I don't know. You know. And then my little gray head. So I felt really relaxed and good today. Still, feeling fall, but even though it was fucking 80 degrees today outside, y'all know I live in Houston, so our winters look a little different. our our winters and summer kind of run together. It gets cold in January and around the end of December, maybe. Sometimes it still be warm, but in the last week of December is usually cold. Like Christmas, I'm usually like still in like summer dresses or shorts or something because it's not cold yet. Like I said, it's like 80 degrees today. Um, but I don't remember a time when New Year's wasn't cold. New Year's is always usually cold. So usually the last week of December, and January, February, and then March, it start getting back warm again. And so holiday times is always kind of, cozy and warm. Hey Kay, how are you? Hey Cassandra. Um, so yeah, but so it kind of wears you out because sometimes it'll be 80 in the daytime and then it'll be cool at night, like 52, 50 something. So, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm. Hey Diamond, yes, you look great with the mint. Great tones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey everyone, how to get a chance to message since I listen while at work. Make that money. Make that money. Serenity. Did y'all see the last episode? Did y'all watch the interview with Raji? Did y'all really enjoy it? I really enjoyed it. I've been wanting to interview her. Um, because she's such a bubbly person. I love how bubbly she is, despite things that she's been through. But I have always wanted her to be on. Um, I always wanted her to be on the show because to add to the archive that I'm creating here. Because if you haven't noticed, I'm trying to create an archive of trans, particularly Black centered, not necessarily Black. I throw some other stuff in there sometimes, but we center Black people here. An archive of Black trans people and telling their stories and having conversation with them, current events and stuff like that. So I hope y'all enjoy my curated moments here on my channel. But she has definitely been somebody that I've been wanting to get on for a really, really long time. And we had did a project together with the Human Rights Watch organization, and they paid us some big bucks to talk our shit, and we were doing our thing together, and it was amazing. So I was like, "Ooh, Raji, when we get done with this call, yo, I need you to be on my podcast." And she was like, "Yes, sis, what's up?" And I said, "Cool." So we set it up, and it was so amazing. I'm glad that y'all liked it. Yeah, Raji is. The interview was excellent. She seemed such a wonderful spirit. It was good. Raji was so sweet. And I'm so glad that I got her on during the time that YouTube fixed that shit to where you can control whether the trolls be on here, because they would have been trying to be real cute. And so I'm so glad that timing played it to where they had something to control it, so I didn't have to worry about her being disrespected on my motherfucking live. Not that I expect it from y'all, but you know how them trolls be coming in and being shady. So I'm so glad they fixed that in time. She seemed like a kind soul. Yes, she does. I love it very much. So excited for the next interview. Yes, I don't know who was going to be the next interview. I don't know. Um, Body's voice is so important as a trans woman from a generation many didn't make it. Amen. Hey, Marissa. That was the most sticky interview period yesterday. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Marsha's plate never disappoint. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody messaged me. I wanna read it to y'all just so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And I thought it was interesting. Ooh, my baby. Let me read it. Let me get to the inbox 1 second. All right, so I want y'all to listen to this. And so this is somebody that hit up Marsha's Plates inbox on Instagram. Um, hey, I loved. Wait, I didn't even check to see who this was. Is this a? Yeah, this is a gay boy. Now, I always suspect when people are don't have posts, I feel like they trolling or trying to test stuff out. But this is what they said. They said, I love the recent episode. Quick question. Do you guys have an issue with gay men? I say, we have had so many gay men on our show. Why would you need to even ask that question? They say, I love the podcast. It just always pick up shadiness about gay men. I say, I'm not sure how. We have had more gay men on our show than anything else besides trans people, of course. Um, Literally, every single one of my pose reviews is hosted by three different separate gay men. I was very, very intentional in bringing on a gay male co-host when I did those reviews for those 3 seasons. And I picked three different ones each time. Um, I said, but gay men have been our guests. We have had a ton of gay male listeners, and we have tons of gay male listeners and patrons. What is something that you heard on the show that shaded gay men consistently? Now, if we're in certain situations and we're talking about a shady situation with a gay man, of course, there are going to be some shade thrown and, us talking about that. But when we talk about something consistently, like we're not in their corner or we tell you we don't like gay men all the time, like what is something you heard? And they said, well, this past episode, when you and Jonathan were talking about non binary persons at the DC conference, the smirk about how they chose to identify because they visually represent as a male. That really didn't make sense to me, but okay. I just wish you guys had had a call in segment, but I love you and I appreciate Zia Mia as well. That was just my take on it. I said, I'm not for sure how that was shady. That's literally how they presented and how they said they presented. In the segment, I was calling out people who take on the trans and non binary label for convenience. And I called out B. Scott. Because if you listen to that episode, I was talking about how for years before the BET situation, when people would come into B. Scott's comments or talk to B. Scott about being trans or asking him, is he trans? And so and so and so and so, B. Scott was very, very adamant and almost on a like a shady negative to trans people way of not being trans. Like he was like, I know I'm a man. I'm not one of those people. Like it was very negative. It wasn't even like, no, I'm not trans. I'm just a gay man. And it was very like, oh no, I know I'm a man. You know how they can have that kind of negative, that tone of voice that makes it seem like we're crazy and they're not that far crazy. That undertone. I know trans people know what I'm talking about. It's that undertone of they don't directly say trans people are just crazy motherfuckers, but their tone says, no, I'm not like that. There was and there was this kind of vitriol that he would have. Now, mind you, while I was listening to him, at the same time, I was glad that he was making the distinction because you remember, everybody woke. Everybody's woke now. You know how we talk about transness and gender and all that kind of stuff. Everybody's woke now in 2021, almost 2022. But back in 2010, 2009, 2008, in those eras, motherfuckers weren't woke around this shit. I was around and I was walking, I was paying attention. And so I was actually excited because when somebody would come at him, I was excited that these were moments of them learning the difference between just a feminine gay man who likes to wear heels and maybe put on a little girl clothes here and there, compared to an actual trans woman living her truth and navigating the world in her womanhood. I like that moment of knowing the difference. And, when I hear them come at him about, are you trans? Or da, 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 and it was partially a negative thing where I'm like, oh, you doing too much, B. Scott. And then partially good. I'm glad he's explaining the difference between him and between being trans. But all of a sudden, when BT does that situation with him, where they tried to put him in more masculine clothing when they hired him as a guest. Hired him as a host of, I think it was the BET Awards or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But he sued them for discrimination and won. But in the moment, he started to use the label as him being transgender. He bounced around on this topic. Yeah. And so in the moment when it was convenient, now it's I'm non-binary, I'm transgender, and da 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 da. I'm like, oh, now you want to jump on our bandwagon. Now that the gay is kind of cool. Like, but not saying that gay folks don't get discriminated against right now, but there has been a lot of leeway and room in the gay experience, just a normal, typical sexual orientation gay person. There has been a lot of advancement in culture. We've had the Ellen moment. We've had the Noah's Ark moment. We've had these moments in culture that has made the gay thing kind of not fully. I don't want you to think that I'm saying like, oh my God, gay people is just no. No, but there was a shift at that time that gayness wasn't really that big of a deal. It wasn't that, it wasn't, it's like, oh, we know what gay people are. It's not big of a deal no more. The transness was the emerging because of, gay marriage and all that kind of stuff. There had been so much cultural advancement when it comes to just being gay and accepted. We had Will and Grace. You had so many things. There wasn't these same opportunities for trans people yet. That wouldn't come until around 2014, 2015. But the gay stuff had already been shifting a long way, and so it wasn't just enough for him to just be a gay man. He needed to tack on that trans label because that was the more marginalized thing. And so it was being a person who followed him for years, I was like, oh. And remember, I told you he had that very nasty way of saying he wasn't trans. And so I was like, oh, you trans now. We trans. Now it's about some coins. We trans. Okay, I see you. I know everybody else don't see you because they confused because they cis het people and they confused. They think we all the same anyway. But bitch, I see you. I know what you used to say and what you used to do. And now all of a sudden you trans. Get your coins because they shouldn't play it in your face about them clothes. Get your coins, bitch. I respect the hustle, but no, I clocked you, bitch. I'm an old head. I've been around. I know. I see you. I've been watching. And now all of a sudden you trans. Okay, I see you. So this is what I was calling out in that moment, in the moment of on Marsha's plate when I was talking about that, the idea of people now taking on the trans label, the trans or non-binary label, and it just seems like it's a convenience thing. Not saying that people can't shift. Not saying that people can't shift and discover something about themselves. I'm just very conscientious. I'm very conscious of the timing. Timing people choose to grip these labels and be like, ooh, these labels. So I was like, so I told him, it literally had nothing to do with me shading gay men as a group at all. He said, okay, well, I guess I just misunderstood then. I said, yeah, totally. Um, but I found it was interesting that was, I'm like, how? But then I remember they were like, well, I wish there could be a call-in moment. Um, this is why we don't have call-in moments, because I don't be wanting to waste time explaining things that shouldn't, just because one person misunderstood something. I don't want to have to waste time explaining that shit. Um, I'm cis and I get exactly what you are saying. Black upper class do that to urban Black people. He bounced around this topic. Transness is still misunderstood because y'all such a small portion of the population and people don't understand body dysphoria and gender versus sex. Yes, 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 yes. I'm glad you are calling this out. He's very wishy-washy on his podcast. I don't listen to his podcast. I have a very because of our mutual friends and how long I have been in the circles of YouTubers and in the circles of podcasters, in the circles of content creators, when content creation was this, oh my God, we're these famous influencers. Da, 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 da. When it in the early stages, there has been a lot of shady things that they have been involved in, and arrogant things and inappropriate shady things that I just didn't like. And so I don't follow them. Don't support their shit. I don't follow them. I don't, you know, so it's just not my thing to be a part of. But I think they have a they have a part in the culture shifting when it comes to respecting entities that come from the internet. Because there was a time when people were the internet was, it's like dating. It's like somebody saying, "Oh, I don't date. You're dating people online." You remember there was a time when dating somebody from online was like a what, like a taboo, like you had to keep it secret. But most people are finding people online nowadays. It's not a taboo anymore. And so there was a shift also in respecting online personalities and the type of influence that they can have. Yeah, smoother to keep the show running without interruptions. Yeah, I think that's silly. And plus, it's an edited show, so I like to be able to edit it. When somebody says something stupid, take it out. Can I ask you, how do you keep your cool during debates and educational moments, like the speaking engagement you did for my professor? You know what, Kay? I actually have never been in that type of situation. That was a very particularly violent moment. Not violent as in physical violent, but I've never been in that situation that was to that extreme. Because I don't really go in those kind of 101 circles. So I think my own personality is actually cool and calm, particularly on um, like online. I can go off and I can read you or da 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 da. But in a professional setting, which I thought it felt real. I came in it thinking that it was a professional setting. And so in that scenario, I'm just coming in as a professional. And so um yeah, it just was it just was a learning moment. I actually had never been in that kind of situation, actually. So it was a learning moment for me, which I appreciate. Um and it's like me. It's I wouldn't choose like if I wouldn't choose to be on a panel with Dr. Umar Johnson. It I wouldn't be on a panel with something like that. Like that's too far. Um, what is it? That's too. It's like me being on a panel with a Ku Klux Klan member. To me, that level of politics, where I would never be on a panel with intentionally knowing with like a coon. I wouldn't give a coon the I know people was like, oh, you gotta reach across the aisle, you gotta, you can't be always preaching to the choir. There are some things that I don't even want to give validation by being on a panel with them. Like you don't have to be totally on board with trans people, but there is a certain level of like if you talking about how like if like it's just I can't really explain it. Like you can't be so far over there that you can't even see my humanity, or you can't you still on the side of, oh, you're a man. If you there, I can't talk to you. It's like talking. It's just like talking to a brick wall. I just don't have time for that. Um, yeah, if we're not at a on a you got to be on a I'm trying to understand level. Not I'm trying to understand, or I'm saying I'm trying to understand, but I'm really not. I'm actually trying to get you to understand that you're a man. That sometimes people are. They just like, I'm trying to understand, but they're really not trying to understand. They're trying to convince you and tell people that no, this is a crazy person and da 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 da. But and also what people don't understand, what people are, how people are stupid. Um, um, I'm not a trans person who thinks that I'm a cisgender woman or I was born with a defect. I'm not. I am a trans woman. I am not a cisgender woman. I fully embrace that there is a difference between me and a cisgender woman. I am totally not on board. Totally. I want that to be very clear. I am not one of them trans people that thinks that I'm cisgender or thinks that I'm like, oh, I was born with a defect. That is not me. That's not who I am. That doesn't invalidate their experience and what they think. I'm just not one of those people. I am very clear on what I was born. I am very clear on my identity as well. And they're not conflicting to me. I know that I was born a little boy. I know that I was intended to be raised to be a man, but I never got there. I actually was allowed to, express what was on the inside of me and my womanhood, which is also my truth, which is a truth that makes me trans. So it's not an idea of me trying to convince people that I am exactly like a cis woman. That is not my ministry. That is not my politics. That is not who I am. I am a person who mm, I just I don't have that kind of when people try to sell that, I'm like, actually you don't know trans people because I know tons of trans people who know what they are and are not trying to tell you that they are cisgender. They're not trying to tell you that. They're trying to tell you that they're a woman, which yes, I am a woman. I'm not a female. I want to make that clear. I know I am not a female, but I know that I'm a woman. I think people conflate being a female with being a woman. And I'm somebody who has vocalized that there is a difference between biological sex and gender. Gender is man and woman, biological sex is male and female. I know I am not a female. Okay, I want to make that very clear. That is who I am. That is how I experience myself. That is how I view myself. I am a woman without a doubt. I never grew to be a man. I never I never matured into manhood. I went from a little boy to a teenage trans girl to a trans woman. Period. That is my life experience. And so there's no lack of reality or delusion there. I went from a little boy, born a male child, raised and reared as a little boy, between then I went a queer boy between 9 and 12. It was this queer boy thing happening, feminine queer boy. And then once I realized that, oh, this doesn't, I don't match with this gay boy thing. Something is up. Oh my God. I can actually do something and live my life like the girl that I want to be. Oh, yes, great. That's what I'm going to do. And then I shifted and lived my life as the girl I wanted to be. And then became a woman. And then a trans woman, specifically. Trans being the adjective and woman being the noun. Trans woman. So that's my perspective. There are other people, there are other trans people. We are not a monolith who have different perspectives than me. And their perspective is valid and you can talk to them about theirs, but this is my own particular view on transness. Let me see. I actually had to stop talking to my professor. I love her advocacy, but I realized it ended at race. Hmm. Also, involves sea lining, which I learned from you. Yeah, sea lining, absolutely. When somebody asks you questions with no intention of their intention, it's a form of passive aggressiveness. Sea lining, they're asking you questions under the guise of I'm just trying to understand, but they're really not trying to understand. They're just being passive aggressive, and they're wasting your time. So make sure you clock that. You got to be respectful to me and my identity, absolutely. And I agree. We trans folk had to be born twice, which makes us different and powerful. I appreciate that sentiment. Have you seen the debate with Blair White and Candace? I find that debate to be quite hilarious. I've never made it through the whole thing, but a conservative, racist, white trans woman getting called a man and he by a conservative coon like Candace Owens. I find both of them to be absurd and ridiculous. And I found it hilarious, but it gets to a point where it's not hilarious and I got to get off because both of you people are clowns. So I have to get off of here. That was so pointless. Absolutely. I thought it was ridiculous. Dr. Umar is so concerned with the black family and creating monoracial black family that he don't believe that we can be gay or trans and it's not a choice. Yeah, I don't entertain clowns. Hey everybody, I have heard. Hey Lena, I have heard Dr. Umar, and he sounds very respectability politics. Actually, Michelle, a lot of black people, they motherfuckers don't want to admit it, but being that I stand on the intersections of a lot of motherfucking things, black people are only radical and progressive. I want to say I'm speaking a very, very overgeneralization, but a lot of people fall into this category. They are real progressive and radical when it comes to race, and that is it. When it comes to social issues, when it comes to that are outside of race, when it comes to social issues around gender, when it comes to social issues around sexuality, when it comes to social issues around marriage, when it comes to social issues around money, capitalism, a lot of black folks are conservative as fuck. They align with the Trumps. They align with the right wing on a spiritual level when it comes to church shit. They align with all of that stuff. They don't mind exploiting you when it comes to money. That's why when you see businesses that are price gouging and the quality of their shit, motherfuckers they're always talking about, oh, support black business, but this black business is cutting corners on the quality. They want you to pay this high ass price like capitalistic motherfuckers, but the quality they're cutting corners. You giving me a fucking cheap ass t-shirt with some screen printing on it for fucking $60. What the fuck is that? I want to support you, but man, you gotta have some quality. And there's a lot of motherfuckers that when it comes to that capitalistic shit, a lot of black motherfuckers don't mind exploiting the poor when it comes to that. Yes. And I'm not the motherfucker who's gonna pay Louis Vuitton for a cheap ass fucking t-shirt. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to pay for quality, whether it be a low brand or a high brand, whatever. If it's quality to me, I am gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. But it's a lot of black motherfuckers that definitely subscribe to capitalistic exploitation. When it comes to landlord, they fucking buy a house and you rent it from them and they never fix that motherfucker up. When it comes, it's so many things that they align with that. There's a lot of black people that align with the other aspects of white supremacy um, that are outside of racism. Do you see what I'm saying? Like when it comes to patriarchal men, black men, when it comes to rules about gender and oppression of females and women, oh, black men, there's a bunch of them that align with that idea. with patriarchal ideas. So when it comes to race, they can be very, we want to dismantle the system of race, but they don't want to dismantle the system of capitalism. They don't want to dismantle the system of imperialism. They don't want to dismantle the system of sexism and those type of things. There are tons of black people that don't align with progression outside of racial progression. Let's see. And subscribe to respectability politics. It's just it just is. You're telling true. Black people across the board are conservative. Yes, it's just a fact that U.S., the Caribbean, yeah, it's just facts. This here is why I've separated from the larger Black community. I don't make my life about its issues. I also focus on Black LGBT. Mhm. Black folks were brainwashed by the Abrahamic religion and the lifestyle. That is a part of it. That is a part of it, darling. There was a lot of Black evangelists who got a wake-up call when Trump empowered the white evangelists. There has always been a separation in the white Christians and Black Christians. Always. It's been conditioned under the construct. Race is something that shows differentiation. Let's be real. There's bias on bias. Bias, facts, 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 facts. In the Black community, facts, 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 facts. Yes, but I ain't gonna spend too long shading the Black community. Yes, but because there are reasons why there are reasons why adhering to those systems in our case can be tantalizing. There's reason why any system. There's a reason why there's a so this is supposed to be about beauty standards. We don't spend 30 minutes on other shit. But there's a reason. Let's take it to beauty standards because I wanted to talk about that. There's a reason why the amazing Bell Hooks just passed away, and rest in peace. She is a Black feminist theorist that is the pillar of most of this woke shit that people are talking about nowadays. So if you don't know who Bell Hooks is, get into her, Miss Gloria Watkins. Get into her books, get into her things. If you want something easy to start with, I would start with Ain't I a Woman? If you are a Black man, there's one called We Be Cool. Is it We Be Cool? Something like that. We Be Cool or something like that. Black men and masculinity. But everybody should read Ain't I a Woman. There's one about love that's really fucking amazing. So yes, Bell Hooks, if you want some reading, we real cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But there was this episode, there was this not episode, there was this panel that she did for the New School when she had a residency at the New School with Laverne Cox. And Laverne, and she not called her out. It wasn't a call out. It was giving Laverne a chance to explain an aspect of transness that some people are kind of like, I don't understand this, particularly feminist women. And she was calling Laverne out by how she has chosen to present her womanhood with this blonde hair. Her skin is always lighter while her hands are darker. That's why she always be wearing them gloves. Well, I don't know if that's the reason. That's me. That's Diamond saying this. I don't know if that's real. But her skin is usually lighter. She always have the blonde hair. There's a certain level, the heels. There's a certain level of high feminist, which is nothing wrong with that. Period. Nothing wrong with any of this. But why are you choosing to be that and critiquing that? Not that it is wrong, but critiquing that and asking. She asked her that question, like, why is this the way you are presenting your womanhood in this particular type of way? And she was giving Laverne a chance to explain that. And so So yeah, so I thought it was an interesting conversation. Laverne gave a nice response, a nice response back. I would have pushed a little bit more. Belle just was kind of letting her go. I would have pushed a little bit more. Just not because I don't understand that I should be able to present however I want to present. Um, I like people to explain it, because if you get them to explain it, sometimes you be like, ooh, then it gets kind of scary. So, I like to explain it. But why I say that is because there is a benefit for us and social capita for us to fit into these beauty standards. Now, sometimes those beauty standards are going to be problematic. We know the Eurocentric ways of beauty when it comes to what is feminine and what is not feminine. Look at all of the recently I've been kind of paying attention, and there's a trend in the black trans leadership. If you pay attention to the black trans leadership, everybody is going to blonde. Everybody is going to these variations of blonde hair. There is something happening. These variations of blonde hair, when it didn't used to be that way. It used to be kind of different variations, but they're going to this blonde look. And why is that? Why is that the thing? And sometimes, and that don't mean it's not gorgeous, it's beautiful. But why is that? And can we critique that a little bit? Because there is a social capital that you gain when you fit a certain level of femininity. Same thing with any other respectable thing. If you dress a certain way, there is a social capital that you gain if you're not dressed like a slut, if you're not dressed like a vagabond, if you're not dressed, if you dress a certain way. Now we know for a fact that that's not going to save you from these systems of oppression, but we also know that there are people who will judge you in a positive way if you fit certain standards, certain beauty standards, certain dress standard, fashion standards. If you come in with a Louis Vuitton bag versus a Coach bag, if you come in with a Christian Dior bag versus a fucking Rebecca Minkoff, is that her name? Or something, some cheap bag from Ross. There's gonna be a different level of judge you and perceive you in that regard. So there's when you come in the door with a degree compared to a GED. Even when you come through the door with a high school diploma compared to a GED. When you say, "Oh, I got a GED," that doesn't sound classy. That doesn't sound respectable, even though it's equivalent to a high school diploma. Do you see what I'm saying? And if you come in with, all these things are deemed respectable. That's why people tell you. That's why people tell you their titles. If I say, "Oh, I'm just a sister and brother," I'm not sister and brother. I'm just a sister of my brother. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a what else? I'm just all these titles that I can use. No, I come on here and I say, "Hey, I'm the host of a show. I am the executive director of." That sounds more sickening. That sounds more official. There's a reason people give these titles, because it comes with a level of respectability. And respectability, being seen as respectable, can get you through doors. It can get you through it's an image, it's a key to unlock a door, that for some, not all the time, like I said, it doesn't totally shield you from um the systems, but people look at that shit differently. We were talking about it on the interview with Raji. You feel what I'm saying? Because there have been many times I have been treated better as a trans woman because I fit the part. It has literally been said to me, men by men who would otherwise be calling me faggots or doing something negative to me, literally they will come out their mouths and say, I ain't even gonna say nothing to you because you doing it right. You doing what you look like you taking it seriously. That has been literally so many people have come out their mouth and said that because I look the part, because I look like whatever they deem I'm supposed to look. They can treat you better. There are tons of studies about the quote unquote pretty girl or whoever is deemed the pretty girl with the same exact resume getting in for an interview or getting a job, even though, or a better resume or a worse resume, the pretty girl getting that. Um, yeah, it's so many things. It's so many things. There's a reason why, and so as a race as a whole, there is a reason why Black people would choose to assimilate into these different areas, assimilate into a capitalistic mindset, assimilate into a sexist mindset. There is a benefit of that. Um, there are benefits in those systems that come when you adhere to those kind of ideals, which is why it's hard to dismantle these systems because so many people are making daily compromises every day. I'm not exempt. You are not exempt. Everybody is not exempt. There are daily compromises that everybody is making um, every day. Now, some are more egregious than others. Don't get it twisted. Um, but we are all making these trying to make shit work. When we think about you know climate change, we are there. Everybody is. Are we adding as much damage as these fucking organizations are polluting and da 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 da? No. But are we doing our part all the time? No. Well, I won't speak for y'all, but I'm not. I'm not doing my part all the time. But I'm not putting as much damage on it as the fucking corporations, the $1 million corporations, multi-million-dollar corporations. No. No, that's not how it works. So anyway, why I wanted to talk about the beauty standard, what made me think about it was there's this post that is kind of going around about Alicia Keys and about her not wearing any makeup on this show. This one. I guess there was some show that she didn't have any makeup. And so the guy, his name is Tim Harvey. This is what he says. He says Alicia Keys is on national TV without any makeup on. No lashes or painted on eyebrows, no bronzer, no concealer, powder, none of that, just some lip gloss and eyeliner. This should be the trend for women. Now, this is a man. I always tell people, men, stay in your fucking lane. Stay out of women's business. Stay out of women's business. You would get so much better if you stay out of women's business. Um, Ease up on caking up on the makeup on your face. Love yourself the way God created you, ladies. Makeup doesn't make you look better. Your natural beauty is what makes you look good. That is not necessarily true. And because of those beauty standards that y'all love to prop up. That's why, this Big Sean thing where he talk about Black women is magical, but he ain't even dating us. I'll be saying this shit, but that's not how y'all act. Y'all respond to the mixed girl, to the y'all respond to the hoe, y'all respond to the mixed biracial girl, y'all respond to the girl with the makeup, y'all respond to the girl, with the heels and the short skirt and da da da. Y'all respond to that. Y'all will say all day y'all want a homely girl, y'all want all that. That's because she has $1 million skincare, right? Because when her skin was bad, or when she was like broke, she was painting. Y'all remember in that video, when she was outside in the cold in the snow playing that piano? That time of her life, her skin was horrible. You can even see it in that video. Her skin was bad. But once she got it together, she had the money to get it together. Oh yeah, we all gonna go barefaced, honey. If we all got coins for dermatologists. Um, Anyway, embrace it, queens. Let y'all tell it. I'm in women's business though. Yes, you are. While you're at it, embrace your natural beauties, lady. Go check out my website for great products. Boom. So yes, men do wear makeup. When men are on TV, when they have an image to uphold, beauty standards that is for them, they do wear makeup. Men always wear makeup. If you see a man on TV doing an interview, he has on makeup. They always do. It's a part of their regimen. If they're a celebrity, it's a part of their regimen too. It's not just women. They just don't do all the things that we do. They do some powder, da 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 da. But setting spray and all the things that keep it on their damn face, they doing it with us too. Blush, they just apply it differently. It's just even there's some women, somebody who is an amazing YouTuber that I actually fucking love, um, Lisa Eldridge. Her makeup technique is always meant to look natural. There's tons of ways that you can put on makeup where it looks the no there it's a whole trend. Look at YouTube, the no makeup look. It's all you can actually look like you have on no makeup. And a lot of us prefer that. There are some people that wants the high glam, highlight, da 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 da. Yes, 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 absolutely. But um But at the end of the day, I say this as well. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do that. Even whack ass Trump. Oh baby, Trump be painted for the gods. He looked like a pink pig. Mm. How do I donate to your PayPal? My PayPal is Diamond Styles, DIAMONDSTYLZ as in zebra at gmail.com. All those links are down in the information box. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Brandon. But yes, yes, we all are, first of all, we all are out here trying to um put our best face body forward. So you ain't never, and I might be biased because I'm a trans woman who believes in doing what you gotta do to make yourself look like the image that you want to look like. So I might be biased as a trans woman who don't mind. I had to come in the game getting nipped and tucked to get where I wanted to be. So there might be some bias in my experience. But we all want to look nice, and that includes getting your teeth cleaned and whitened. You may not be the person who's getting extreme stuff like BBLs or ribs taken out. There are some extremes that I'm like, ooh, this is not much for me. But I'm not judging nobody that's doing any of that. Do your thing, whatever you feel. Make sure it's for you. Talk to some therapists. Make sure it's for you and not just for everybody else. But there are extremes and there are little bitty tweaks that people love to play. Getting your teeth whitened, honey, that's a beauty thing that motherfucker you don't have to do. That ain't natural. That people do. Getting veneers. Anything that is clearing up your skin, you may not be going the extreme route, but everybody is doing something. They want their 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 how they present, unless they got like low self-esteem and they just throwing their cares to the wind. But most people want to present their best selves to the world. And sometimes that includes wearing some makeup. Sometimes that includes wearing some hair that they like. Um, Sometimes that includes, getting going from A cup to a C cup. It just depends. Sometimes it's just different for everybody. And so in my mind, I feel like you need to mind your fucking business. If you don't like a woman that wears a makeup, date a woman that doesn't wear a lot of makeup. There are many women out here that honey, I grew up in Indiana, then I moved to Mississippi, then I moved to conservative ass Boston, and now I'm in Houston, child. And honey, there are tons of regular women that don't wear makeup out in all of these places. Oh, homely ass hoes. That's not my ministry, but it's tons of homely bitches out here that don't wear makeup and be talking hella shit. Oh, I don't wear weaves. I don't wear makeup. It is tons of bitches like that. If you like them, if you like them bland ass bitches, not saying that that's a problem for me. I don't date women, but if you like them, yo, get them. They out here, choose them. Don't be policing the ones who want to be a little bit glam, who want to be a little bit extra or whatever. That don't pick them. Pick the ones that are the bland. Working out. Yeah, that's another two. Working out is yes, second day working out. You motherfuckers be working out so they can look good naked. Taking steroids. Doing these things so they can look good in pictures. It's a vanity thing. You can be just as unhealthy. You can be doing just as unhealthy as like y'all claim a Lizzo or a big girl is about to have a heart attack because you doing steroids. They don't want homely. They want to break down glam to make them homely. Facts. It's weird and slick, predatory. Exactly. If you get a chance to study beauty throughout history, the men during the 1600s, 1700s were wearing everybody heels, makeup, and wigs. Yes, we know these things absolutely. Periton, I think that's how you say that. Periton. That those type of superficial things shift across culture. There's a whole tribe in Africa that in order for them to get a mate, they got to paint themselves and get all done up and with feathers and paint and different shit on their bodies and dance and smile and do all this kind of stuff just to get somebody to choose them, one of the women. They are like the human peacocks. Um, One industry for men is steroids and the pursuit of money to the point that all they can define themselves by. Absolutely. Everybody is doing something that makes themselves more marketable. Marketable. Because most people are looking for a partner. And so that their presentation revolves around a partner. But take outside of that, like some of us just want to look, we want to feel good. We want to go out the door and feel good. What does it take for me to go out of this door and have confidence? Sometimes just waking up ain't it. Sometimes I don't just wake up. Sometimes I don't just wake up looking sick. Some days I wake up, my skin is popping. I done drunk my water for the week, and my skin is clear, and for whatever reason that shit is glowing. So yes, I can go outside with no makeup on. But sometimes, bitch, I ain't sleep. I ain't slept good, or I've been drinking junk food, drinking water, drinking juice, drinking pops, and eating junk food. And I ain't got enough water. I ain't, I may have slept in my makeup because bitch, I was tired. Cause I don't know, some shit ain't been popping, and so I wake up and my skin look like motherfucking alligator feet. And honey, I gotta exfoliate and wipe and clean and moisturize, and and honey, put some makeup on. Sometimes that is it for me to go out the door and feel like somebody and feel like, okay, I can present this face to the world. Sometimes it takes that. It may not take some other chick. She might be comfortable with however she getting up out of bed, and that is beautiful for her. That ain't me. Sometimes I gotta do something. Sometimes I gotta do something. Y'all feel me? Sometimes I gotta do a little bit. And so sometimes I gotta go get a facial. Sometimes I gotta really change my diet for a couple of weeks. Like if I'm seeing a lot of breakouts, um, I don't really have a lot of breakouts, but sometimes some weeks I'll be like, ooh, what's happening? I have got some breakouts or whatever. Sometimes I gotta be like, okay, you gotta cut down on you gotta drink only water. You gotta make sure you're getting your leafy greens, make sure you're getting, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever you need to do to get your body right. These podcasts are very comforting. Um, which ones? When I stopped wearing bras, I started to feel my self-esteem rise. Work. Mm, Side note, I recently went and got refitted for some bras. I had been wearing the wrong size bra and it was scaring me. Remember I told y'all that I had went and got a breast mammogram, and nothing was wrong. It was all clear. And so I'm like, what the fuck? It was that pain in my titty. The doctor was like, it might be the bra size that you are wearing. And that day that I went to see her because I was getting the mammogram, I didn't have no bra on. But she said, you might want to go get resized to see. Bitch, I went and got resized. My titties was not what I was. The titties I have was not for the bra that I was wearing. And though it was comfortable, for whatever reason, it was not the one. And so, honey, I threw out all my old bras and really spent, and bras can be expensive, but I spent some money on like 4 new bras, 2 blacks, a nude, and a pretty cute one. Like I think it was like a red or blue, I can't remember. And a cute one. Child, I put them bras on. I do not have any more pain in my titties. What the fuck was I doing? I should have been changed bras. So if you are having maybe some pain in your back and go get your bra. If you wear bras, go get tested, baby. Because honey, it was it has changed my life. I'm sitting here scared that I got fucking cancer because I'm getting pains in my titties because my fucking bras wasn't fitting. Bitch, what is that? It's like what? But yes, when I stopped wearing bras, I don't be wearing bras all the time because they're not always comfortable. But certain clothes, I feel like I look better with a bra on in certain clothes. Um, but yes, certain clothes is better. Especially, I ain't got no implants. Like implants be sitting up, so it's like they be looking cute without no bra on. Honey, these are some saggy girls, honey. And sometimes in certain clothes, they be looking, like your grandma tipping around in the moo. So you gotta push these girls up sometimes to make you feel like, you got some youth in there, baby. So, honey, I need a bra sometimes. It's just what it is, and it also causes back issues. Facts. The older I got, I love me a bra, honey. Certain particular like dresses and you know, like certain dresses, I want some support. And I don't know, it makes my figure look more figure eight for me. Well, give me some. I got these little girls, TTs. Honey, that's because you a little girl, misspoke. You are a little girl. You a baby cake. And but enjoy that while you can, honey. Because when you get old, I wish I had went small. I think that last round of getting pumped when I was like 26, I shouldn't have got that. That last round. Now at the time I was skinny as hell, so it looked like a cute ass, C cup, big full C. Um, but as you get older with gaining weight and the gravity, baby, that full C turns into a double D real quick and then turns into an H as you gain weight, if you gain weight. So I wish I would have stayed at that little B cup that I had, because then by now I could be, something else. 30 FF. Ooh, bitch, a 30, bitch, you are skinny, Raven. I'm a B cup. Yeah. A B cup on me. I'm a big girl. I would look stupid with a B cup. But I would love to be just a double D. That would be a perfect little size for me. But a B cup on me would look a food. A B cup food. Child. Welcome to the H Club, Diamond. Oh, child. When she said H, baby, I said H. A H. What that stand for? Hoes. I like that. Hell no. What the H stand for? I said a H, girl. You sure? She says, yeah, it's a H. I said I couldn't even be an E. E for excellent, bitch. A H. How I skip? How I skip that far down the alphabet? A H. A H, bitch. No. She started cackling. I couldn't even be an E. I couldn't even be an F. I couldn't be an E. I don't even remember being an F and an E. I went from triple D to H. How? She said, "Cause you ain't been coming to see us, girl." So that's why you've been in the wrong bras. Okay, so what else? Oh, okay. So this what else? Where we at? Okay. So this is also what I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to kind of talk about E exceeds expectations, right? I want to talk about how preferences be sometimes rooted in a lot of anti-black shit, in a lot of white supremacy, in a lot of colorism, in a lot of shit. And motherfuckers will be like, "Oh, that's just my preference. I don't have a right to have a preference." Yes, you do have a right to have a preference, but I have a right to call your motherfucking ass out when I know for a fact it's rooted in some problematic shit. But anyway, but yeah, so read this is this dude's on his profile. I'm gonna read it to y'all. If you want to read it, you can go to my Twitter. I have posted it on there. So he says, "Hello, about me." This is his about me section. First of all, I hate when motherfuckers about me section is full of complaining about women. How you on a dating site looking for women in all your profile? You ain't even talking about you. You talking about how you hate women and shit you hate about women and bad women that you come in contact with. Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Am I supposed to read that and be like, "Ooh, this is my type. This hubby right here. I want to go on a date with him." After you dogging all kind of women, even I don't fit into what you're saying. Now I know some women that's like, like take some colorism. If he got on his page, oh, I don't fuck with dark skinned chick, only red bone here. I know it's gonna be some red bones. It's like, he into me. I'm not that bitch. I don't like that. That's anti-blackness. I don't like it. You a coon to me. I don't like it. So I know some people are like, oh, I don't like bitches with a lot of makeup. And there's a bitch, homely ass, boring ass bitch that don't wear makeup, who gonna be like, I don't ever wear makeup, and you still look a fool, girl. You still look like a homely ass fool. You know, the thing about it, child, they might be like, I'm not that girl, so I'm thinking no. But when I see you complaining about women, I know you trash. Even if I fit your standard, it just sounds like you trash. But anyway, this is what he says about it's supposed to be about him, but it's not about him. No fat women. Y'all love to claim no fat women, and fat women is out here getting the niggas. You look at my 600-pound life, they always got a nigga wiping their ass, washing them, paying bills. They always tell me I'm lying. Every bitch on that motherfucking 600-pound life got a man. Every time. Every time. Literally wiping boo-boo out of their butt. They always got a man. So getting a man ain't never, if that don't give you hope. Now, I ain't saying they always fine. I ain't saying they the top of the notch, but they always got somebody there, baby. Okay, so no fat women, no women with kids, no women with toxic behaviors. How vague can you be? What is that? No women with ex issues. That's understandable. No women that believe in tarot readings. No women with fake nails. No women with fake eyes. No women with fake eyelashes. No women with fake hair. No women that has ass pictures surfing on the web. No women making less than 30K. No women with a high school diploma only. No women with daddy issues. No women with attitudes. No women that talk with their hands. No women that say period with the hard T at the end. Yes, this is an actual profile. Wait, hold on. His whole profile. No women that talk with the hand, and no women that say period with the hard T at the end. Period. I think it's funny. I think when I find profiles like this, it is so funny. But this is very pointed to Black women. When you read these things, now they want to act like they're not anti-Black. Like, oh, they want to say, oh, Black women are magical. They're from the motherland. They birthed us all. They want to act like Black women are these amazing things, but then they'll get on their profiles and say shit like this. And this is very pointed to Black women. Some of these issues that you're calling out, a woman can have, any race of woman can have X issues. You feel what I'm saying? But the period with the hard T, that's particular to our culture. A type of ratchet kind of girl, a city girl, those kind of girls. That is really particular to us. Even the lashes, the nails, the fake hair. Although other races do wear, they call them extensions. They may not call them weaves, but they wear fake hair, fake nails, lashes, They do all of that shit. But when it's on us, it's particularly with black men, it's particularly egregious. Like, oh, y'all, why y'all always do that? Da, 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 da. But when it's with them, it's no problem. But they won't think that this is anti-blackness, but it is. It's respectability politics because this is very, very pointed to black women. And they won't understand. They will act like they don't understand when we calling them out on it. But that is literally what you're doing. If I read this, I would say, oh, you like white girls or you like men, because this was a lot. I don't know too many women. They may not have all of these issues, but I don't know too many women that don't fall into this category. So why don't you just get a nigga? You ain't got to worry about none of this. Why don't you just get a dude? You ain't got to worry about none of this, child. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like all these things, you ain't got to worry about nothing if you just be with a dude. Go ahead and be gay, bro. Be gay. Go ahead and be gay. Don't even worry about women. Because I don't know too many women that don't fall in one of these categories. I don't. Anyway. Let's see. Let me scroll up. I'm sorry. Um, Talking about women in a degrading way is disgusting and not attractive. Never. Honey, I want to hear about you. Tell me about your tea. What you got going on? What's your I know this is problematic, but what's your BMI? Because it usually be niggas that don't even stand up that live up to their own standards. They have the most consistent partners buying mad groceries and on call while working two jobs. Come on, Thrifty. You know, they be on it. Force feeding them. This is an actual profile. Yes. This man needs a day air only. Facts. Who hurt him? Wow, he really has a lot of hangups. Facts. You are not lying, but this has a lot to do with how colonialism have affected indigenous beauty standards. Being big is seen as literally gorgeous and healthy in a lot of places out of the US. Hmm. Fat phobia is global, but I know what you mean. Fat phobia is global. There's fat phobia in other places too, but I'm definitely indigenous beauty standards. Usually, big means you eat well, child. So you got coins. You got a lot of you got a lot of resources. You got the most honey goats and cattle because you can eat good. Mm, it's giving single forever. Facts. Sounds like he's suffering from PTSD. It sounds like he needs to be delivered from the heterosexual lifestyle. Yes. But if you come over to the gay side, understand that you're gonna have your shit right. Cause on this the gays complain about how superficial the gay community is about looks. They very no fats, no films over there. So don't think you honey, don't think you gonna come over here and just be and pull everybody. Because the gay dudes don't play with you. They'll take your self-esteem right on down. Don't get it twisted on the homo side, baby. They will no fat, no film you down. I rarely hear of men from other races complain about the women in their communities because it doesn't look good. They don't. I won't say it doesn't never happen, but they just don't. They will get you together. Facts. Is this Christian Mingo? John, I don't even know what this is. I think this is black. I think the app is black. I don't understand fat phobia. Being overweight is literally unhealthy. Doesn't mean you can't be beautiful though. I don't that's not necessarily true though. Being overweight is not literally unhealthy though. You see what I'm saying? Like that part of your statement is actually not true. There's tons of people who have a BMI that's high, but they're not unhealthy. Me as a perfect example. I'm a big girl, but when I go to my doctor, my blood pressure and shit ain't up. My I don't have hypertension yet. They said in a couple of years I might. But my BMI is high as shit. But I'm healthy. So it doesn't it doesn't equate my overweight. I'm considered obese, but I'm not considered unhealthy. I go to the doctor every 3 months. So I don't know. I don't think I think that comes with the whole, but I think it's less often than people try to tell you. You see what I'm saying? Like what we consider fat is not is more often healthy. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there are fat people that if society considers them fat that are healthy compared to there are some skinny ass people who we consider skinny who are really sitting about to have a heart attack because they are skinny. Because skinny don't mean healthy. There's tons of skinny people who are on the verge of heart attacks, hypertension, blood pressure problems. There are tons of skinny people who have tons of unhealthy problems. But we like to tack on unhealthy with fatness when there are tons of healthy fat people. Now, when you get up super, super high, maybe, but I'm talking about what we did. I've been considered, I was when I'm 200 pounds, 200, I'm nowhere near 200 now. When I'm 200 pounds, I was considered obese. I was, I'm 5'11". 200 pounds on 5'11" does not look fat at all. I look like a skinny girl, not skinny, skinny, but it doesn't look fat. It doesn't look fat at all because I'm not. It's just, but by medical standards, they would consider me fat, obese actually, with my BMI because I'm supposed to be something around 160, 160, 170. 160, 170 on somebody's 5'11". No, ma'am. No, thank you. Mm-mm. Tammy Roman is extremely small and not healthy. Boom, that is facts. But there's tons of literature around um, fat phobia and where those kind of BMI myths come from. By Western standards, the whole world is fat. Facts. Um, mhm. There are people who had eating disorders and nasty. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's very it can be very problematic. And so what people consider, I just know that there are people who are in what we society considers fat bodies, but they are healthy. They are healthier than some of the skinny people walking around skinny. Mhm. I just find it quite interesting that people don't clock some of the issues with some of their beauty standards. People don't clock with some of their issues with and in the fat topic. I wish people It's just assuming that a person is unhealthy because they're fat is a problem. Because you consider them fat, assuming that they're unhealthy is a problem because you just don't know. And if you think that a person is skinny, is somehow healthy, that is also a problem too. Why are you making these assumptions about somebody's health when you don't fucking know? I was making an assumption about my own health. I just knew when I went to the doctor was gonna tell me I was diabetic or fucking had hypertension or something like that. The doctor said, no, you're fine. Everything is working properly. Your blood pressure is nice. Just, I see he saw something that was on the verge of close to hypertension numbers. Not there, but close to. So he's like, don't get any bigger. Either get down a little bit further or maintain your weight. Do whatever you need to do to maintain it. But they even had me thinking that there was a problem, and I eat well. Like I'm not tons of a big junk food eater. Um, I eat a chip, but I also eat wonderful things as well. So I'm an equal opportunity foodie. So I have a wide range of things that I eat, which is probably why I don't have a lot of issues. But he is bulky most of it. Sometimes you just gotta eat what's on the plate. Facts. And enjoy it. BMI was created by a mathematician, not a doctor. That's when I logged off thinking about it. Facts. Oh, but yes. All right. What do y'all want to talk about? That's all I wanted to talk about. Those things. Those things were interesting to me. What's going on in your life? What are some topics that y'all want to discuss in this last 30 minutes? Baby, baby, baby. No sense, no sense, no sense. It don't make no sense. Do you think it's possible to date someone with a different political stance? It depends. I think it depends on where we clash at. I couldn't date somebody that I'm so far away on our racial politics. I can't. Um, yes, long live Bell Hooks and her legacy and her work. Um, but yeah, we got to have we don't I don't think we have to be exactly the same, but they got to be compatible, child. For me, I think it's harder when y'all not compatible. I don't know. That just seems weird. I couldn't be with somebody who is totally opposite of me. We got to have some things that are compatible. Yeah, I think you could possibly miss a good companion with these standards. You know what? I actually find more joy I put this on my TikTok. If you are on TikTok, you can follow me, Diamond Styles. I asked this question on my TikTok. I'm actually finding more joy in the time that I'm investing in platonic relationships, in non-romantic human beings, people that I'm not trying to fuck. I'm not trying to. I'm finding more joy and I'm getting more return. I'm getting more substantial relationships and return on my investment when I spend time and energy on people who are platonic. So I'm not getting any return. Friends, family, acquaintances, yes. When it comes to men and relationships, I am not a return on my investment. I'm just not. And so I'm actually not focused on getting a companion right now. I stopped looking once I got out of my relationship with Jamarcus in 2012. I literally said I wasn't going to date for a while, and it turned into 10 years of me not even worried about a relationship. I tried some things out just to see what it was giving, but yo, like it's literally not on my agenda. Like if I'm open enough to where if somebody comes and they're great and it works out, yeah. But right now, I'm kind of just like, oh, I'm focused on my trans homegirl. I'm focused on my cis homegirls. I'm focused on my gay men, my bunnies. I'm focused on building relationship with lesbians more. I have way more lesbian friends than I had. Um, for some reason, when I was like in my high school era, I had tons of lesbian friends. But once I got older, it kind of dissipated. For some reason, when they got into the lesbian scene, the trans thing started to be late. Or I don't know what happened, but I had tons of lesbian friends when I was in high school, and then it stopped. And then now I'm back friends with lesbians. I don't know why that was. I'm trying to think of. I know why. It's because when I was in high school, a lot of the lesbian friends that I had, they weren't out, and they can confide in me because I was so out. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was so out and so open, they could confide in me and be my friend and tell me about their secret crushes and tell me about what their thoughts. Da 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 da. Most of my lesbian friends weren't out; they were like on a down low. So it was just like, that's why. But once you get into your 20s and shit, most of the lesbians are out, and so they don't need you no more. So yeah, that's why. I know that's why. And so, but I'm recently, in the past 5 years, really cultivating better relationships with lesbians. Um, I'm actually losing gay male friends. I still have some that I'm still friends with, but I'm actually losing. Yeah, I'm actually losing some more than usual with them, but I'm gaining so many too. So I don't know. It's kind of like a lot of new gay male friends are coming into my life. The old ones are failing me. I don't have time for them. Um, yeah, so I'm just having more luck and return on investment with non-romantic relationships. So I don't know, Devin. I'm not even thinking about missing out on good companions. I'm making my money, making my money, stable. That also is a problem too, because I have so much going on that I have so much positive stuff going on in my life, um, that a man really has to come with something of substance. You get what I'm saying? It was different back in the day. We both broke, so we trying to hustle and we benefit being in a relationship with each other because you hustling to survive, I'm hustling to survive. So it benefits each other to kind of just be together until it doesn't work no more. Now I don't need any of that shit. I'm super super secure in me, not just on a financial level, but in me. Like I used to be with niggas because they validated my womanhood. I remember some dudes I just would be with them because they had the hood persona. They had they got these they got all the stuff that make me look like you know they got this is the man. It's a real man, and I would be with them because of that personality. Um, but now I'm really secure in who this bitch is right here. And so I need you to be more than just that. I need you to be more than just a persona. I need you to have more than just money. I need you to be more. And as a trans woman, when you set your standards a little bit higher, a pool that is already small gets even smaller. And so trying to find that unicorn, I ain't got time for it, child. Child, anyway, as in my Nicki Minaj voice. Child, anyway. Yeah, I just don't have it. I just don't have the patience anymore. More potential without. And then even, people are starting to have these conversations about expanding your horizon in other races. I think Kim Foster, I've had interviewed her on the show. Kim Foster and other women, Julesy, some of the YouTube black feminists, they're having conversations about expanding your horizon when it comes to, maybe dating outside of your race and how beneficial that could be. I ain't even looking at that shit, child. I'm like, I just don't have the patience no more. I just don't have the patience. I want to be sitting on a beach, drinking pina coladas, reading a Bell Hooks book, resting, feeling beautiful, feeling fabulous, um, building community. That's what I'm trying to do, child. I'm not trying to figure out men no more. I'm just not trying. I'm just not even attempting no more. I'm just not. Let's see what else I ask. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mm. Have you watched and just like that? I have watched. I haven't watched the newest episode, but I've watched the other two where Big had, did what he did. I don't know if other people have watched it, so I don't want to spoil it. But I did watch it and I like it. I am enjoying it so far. Um, I'm not a person who have watched every single series episodes of Sex and the City. I wasn't an adamant fan. I watched a couple of episodes, and I watched enough episodes to, you get what I'm saying, to get the girls' personalities, to get, I watched enough episodes to understand the people in the show, but not enough to tell you every single episode. Da da da. Um, um, yeah, it's but I like it. I'm enjoying it. I always have liked the fashion. I am a I don't know. I like fashion. Yeah, I like clothes. Clothes are, I like clothes. I'm somebody who likes to see how people express themselves in fashion. And so I have always loved the style of the girls in Sex and the City. Even though all four of them are different, I still love each one of their styles. Um, I think I'm more of a Miranda when it comes to style. Yeah, I think I'm more of a Miranda, but I'm also a Charlotte. I'm sometimes a Carrie. I never really felt like I was a Samantha as far as fashion. No. There's a lot of Samantha in me. But nah, I'm more of a personality wise, I think I'm more of a Miranda. But fashion, I'm more of a Miranda too. Um, yeah. Child, ever since his happening on the show, now all these women are saying good because Big was a sexual predator in his real life. Actually, Beverly Johnson said that he was a sexual predator. People ignored her though, even before she came out about Bill Cosby being a sexual predator. Beverly Johnson, the famed black model, groundbreaking pioneering black model from the 70s. She's been complained about him and Bill Cosby. But people now, some white women are saying it. It's like, oh, what? The black girl already said it a long time ago. but it was silence. It was zip when the black girl said it. But yes, I love Samantha was my fave. Yeah, I think my favorite was Miranda. Miranda was me. Miranda. I liked all of them except for I like Charlotte. I like Miranda and Samantha. Carrie, it just was something about Carrie that I just didn't like. It was something about her that I didn't like. Carrie, Carrie was similar to the character in Orange Is the New Black, Piper. Even though she was the main character, I hated her. I liked all the characters around her, and I hated her. And Carrie was like that too. Um, yeah, Carrie was goofy. Facts. I didn't fuck with Carrie. You don't always want to explain and give through free therapy. That is a true statement, but I don't know what that statement was to. Ah, you can spoil what you want. I don't want to spoil everything. My conspiracy theory is Carrie got payback for Mr. Big leaving her at the altar. That's all I'm gonna say. Ever since his okay. Um, I think the other three characters are fragments of different sides of Carrie. Really? I don't see Samantha in Carrie at all. Like Carrie was kind of. I don't know. I didn't see Samantha in Carrie at all. I also didn't see Miranda in Carrie at all. If I saw, I might seen a little Charlotte in how Carrie wants to be respectable. Yeah, I didn't see any of them. A little bit of Charlotte, but I definitely didn't see Miranda in Carrie, and I definitely didn't see Samantha in Carrie. I don't know. Oh, I didn't even see these statements. These statements was powerful. Why do we need to be healthy to be treated humanely? I didn't even see that one. That must scroll too fast. Amen. Um, Miranda and Samantha were always realistic facts. Carrie definitely has some of Samantha in her, especially when her and Big were first dating. Hmm. I don't know. I didn't get that. I got I don't know. Samantha seemed more experimental. Samantha seemed more like I'll try anything once. I don't get that vibe from Carrie. Samantha seemed more less judgmental and self-conscious about sex. I get very yeah, she might be unself-conscious in somebody in the relationship like with Big or whatever, but I think her natural state is to be self-conscious about it, to me. Carrie. Where I don't think Samantha's natural state is to be self-conscious about sex. Miranda Smith are always realistic facts. They just turned it to the shower a couple of seasons. Carrie was had a promiscuous side. Yeah, she was having her fun. I remember that those funs, but it wasn't an open promiscuous side. That is not something that she wouldn't be ashamed of if other people found out. Not her friends, but if other people found out, she wouldn't be talking. Even like, um, I just don't think it's not as open. Sam seems like she'd talk about her sex capades with everybody, no matter what her friends or not. She's not going to be ashamed of it. Where Carrie, I don't know, she just was going through a moment. Where Sam, it felt like Sam was this is Sam. Where is my water? Oh, here we go. I like watching them age. I watched a show in college, and none of us are the same. Mm, I don't know. It seems like I don't know. Maybe it's because it's been gone for a minute. It seems like from the movie to the this new rendition of the show, it seemed like they aged a lot in between those years. People seem to have an issue with the women aging. Yeah, women have an issue with women aging. You really have to work hard on yourself and your self-esteem, and you really have to work hard on accepting yourself aging. I think, well, I don't know, I want to talk for everybody, but I know conversations that I had with women, conversation I had with myself, it has to be an active process for you to accept aging, for you to accept the fact that you are getting older. You are not the spring chicken that you was when you was younger. Period. Everybody, and I know they say black don't crack, but black definitely sags. and and everybody don't got jeans that don't crack either. I know some black that done cracked. Everybody ain't got jeans. There's some jeans, you know, that are just exceptional. Everybody ain't gonna look like Taraji P. Henson at 51. Everybody ain't gonna look like Angela Davis. Not Angela Davis. Angela Bassett. Black leans and pivots, baby. It might not crack, but it leans and pivots, right? Um, I just I don't know about aging. I can't say that I am totally immune to the insecurities that come with aging, but but I'm not to the point where I don't I've been hit by it. Yet. I noticed the shift in how men engage with me. It's getting more, more and more auntie. It's getting more ma'am and open the door, let the ma'am instead of looking at you like, damn, let me open this door for you. I'm getting, it's getting, do you date younger men? It's still it's the point. They still hollering, but they're hollering in a different kind of way that can be triggering if you have some kind of insecure about age. They still hollering, but it's not like it was when I was younger. It's very damn. Do you date younger men? Damn, damn. They still is flirting and trying to get you, but it's very how they flirt with cougars. You feel what I'm saying? So I guess if it was, and part of that could be, it could be a lot of things. It could be aging. It could be gaining weight because you get real auntie status when you gain weight. The functionality of this body definitely feels the age. But I don't know if that's because I've gained weight or if I'm aging. It could be both. Do you want to get married or see that as an option for a black trans girl? I have been married twice. I am currently married right now. So marriage means nothing to me. I know many trans women that are married, but it means nothing to me. Yes, they revere the life experience you got some years under your belt. Yes. Um, Once you got some years under your belt. Yes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's I don't I can definitely um I don't know. I can't say that I'm just immune to it. I can just say that I am not as sensitive as I thought that I would be. I am actually okay. Like I'm still, like I went to the mall the other day, and anytime I go to the Galleria, because I don't know, the Galleria is just a different type of mall. Here in Houston, I want to be fly, and so I will, I get fly when I go to the Galleria, and when I'm tipping through, the niggas is on me, baby. The dudes is like, oh damn, baby girl, da 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 da, So I still feel like a head turner. So until that stops, then it ain't really hitting me. But I still feel like I'm still pulling the trade. That's how I judge it. The line is from box 5112, has been married for a while now. Yeah, she's been married to Tierra for a while. I wonder how aging will be for me. I'm 28. You still youthful, Diamond. Age is also how you feel. Yeah, I don't feel young. It's not like, oh, I feel like I'm 28. No, my wisdom makes me feel older, but I don't know. I don't feel like I have an old lady fashion sense. Um, I don't think I'm one of them people that's stuck in my time zone. That's another thing that make people get old or start looking old. They get stuck in their fashion time zone. Um, and I don't think that I'm that. I think that I'm moving with the times. Have y'all seen Megan Good's new show? I haven't had a chance to watch it. I've been watching Wheel of Time. That is my new shit. Wheel of Time is my new shit. It is so good. Um, it is Rosamund Pike in it. I think getting older is a gift. I am thinking of it more as a gift nowadays, live, Nicole. I'm thinking of it more as a gift nowadays, especially particularly as a trans woman. Um, but I don't know. I just, I'm just, I don't know. I just want to be secure. I want to be happy and secure. And so I am building a life of happiness and security. That is what I'm trying to do. And it's not exactly there yet. The happiness is there. I'm very happy. I don't have too much, it's not perfect, but I don't have anything bringing me sadness lately other than my mom passing. This week is the year anniversary of my mom passing. That brings me sadness, but it doesn't bring me sadness like despair. It brings me, um, I watched Denzel Washington recently on his. He was talking. His mother just passed. She was 97, and there's moments that trigger my emotionality with my mom. Um, but um, other than that, my life is really happy. My life is full of joy. It is full of great friends, old and new. It is full of it. I really asked in my 30s the universe to remove people that I didn't need in my life and really start pressing for it when I was like 35. And it seems that now I'm getting older, a lot of people are falling to the wayside, and it started in my 30s. And now I've brought so many good new people. Um, yeah, it's just a good place. I'm just a good place in my life right now. There's a redhead boy, the dragon returns. The redhead boy is so fine. If I was to be, that's one. I don't really be into white boys like that, but that white boy is fine. That's my type of white boy. I don't ever meet white boys and I be like, damn, he fine. But him, that is my type. He is so fine. Oh, he's so fine. Um, I should give Wheel of Time a chance. I wrote it off as a great value. Um, Game of Thrones. Um, no, it's a different. It's that kind of time period or whatever. A magical shit happening, but it is not Game of Thrones at all. They're not even trying to be. It's a whole different kind of story. It's that kind of time period, but a whole different kind of story. Definitely a different kind of story. um, Security. To me, it was just feeling safe. Seeing you love in those moments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Safety is really important. Safety, yeah. Peace is really important. I don't think I have been unsafe in a long time. Once I got out of the sex work business, I really haven't felt like there was an unsafe situation for me. I have the luxury of passing a little bit. So when I go out in the street, motherfuckers don't be assuming that I'm trans. So I don't really be coming across a lot of bullshit with my transness. Um, so I kind of I'm blessed in that department. And then once I stopped sex work, I didn't have any negative potential shit for that. So I haven't felt unsafe in a lot of situations in my life. But peace, I'm very protective of my peace. You being extra, all right, got to be done. Mm-mm. You doing too much? You bringing attitude? Mm-mm. You don't know how to respect boundaries? Mm-mm. Got to go. I'm out. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not a. I'm no longer second. I'm a second chance person, but a third chance person, I am not. Might give you a second chance. Might. Um. But yeah. Um. Capricorn gang. What Capricorn gang? My moon is in Capricorn. Not my sun, but my moon is in Capricorn. Um. Were your 30s better than your 20s? I'm about to slide into my 30s. Um. In different ways. I had more fun in my 20s. My 20s were full of fun, like exciting sexual escapades, more traveling, a lot of money. I made a lot of money in my 20s because I was in the escort business. A lot of money in my 20s. My 20s was full of fun, homegirl fun, to doing shit with your trans homegirls that you just don't do no more because y'all older and don't play them kind of games. So it was fun. But my 30s, I made a lot more money as well. I got more into the activism space, like intentional activism space, which exposed me to a lot of fun shit. Not different type of fun, but exposed me to some amazing things as well. 30s was just different. 30 was I don't want to say it was better or worse. Definitely more security. 20s weren't as secure. Like I always having my own place to stay, but I kind of was moving around much, much, much more in my 20s. Once I hit 30, it was more secure. It was more security. So on a security aspect, absolutely. But I wouldn't say better or worse in regards to life aspect. Yeah, so yes, there's that. Watch a trailer just now for A Wheel of Time. What do you think about shows where they want to have a diverse cast, but the only way to bring them in is through a white main character? Um, I've actually, I actually never really. That's not a heel that I. That's not a battle that I be battling. That I like. And it might be because I've always watched a variety of shows and I'm black. So because we don't have representation, we always going to have to find ourselves in a character that may not be black. So because I'm used to doing that, There's tons of shows that I don't even think about the lack of diversity in until it is brought to my attention because I'm so used to not thinking about it, or not having. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but I'm so used to doing that that it isn't something that I automatically care about. I hope that makes sense. Um, I just like it to be diverse. I like it. I like it when I see, ooh, this is a diverse cast. I just like it. I don't care about the white main character being white. I don't care. Um, uh, I don't know because I'm getting my feel with such diversity of other shows. When I think about like Insecure, do you see what I'm saying? Like I like you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want a show like Insecure to have a white main character. I don't know. It's hard for me to kind of explain it. I don't really think about it in that kind of deep level all the times. I have to because if I did that all the time, I wouldn't enjoy shit. Like if I didn't suspend my politics sometimes, I would be so engulfed in the political stuff that I would not enjoy a motherfucking thing. Because if that's the case, everything you know what I'm saying, I have to cut my cerebral intellectual brain off to enjoy something. And sometimes my enjoyment of a thing is more important than that shit. That's what I'm trying to say. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I'm just trying to just enjoy. I'm just enjoying this thing. I'm waiting on Westworld, Bridgerton, and the new Game of Thrones. Is Westworld still going on? Is it another season coming? I know Bridgerton is coming with another season, and the Game of Thrones. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know if I'm. They disappointed me with that last episode. I didn't like that. So I don't know if I'm gonna be supporting. Y'all excited about this Harry Potter reunion? I don't know about the reunion. Is there a reunion? I know it's a new Fantastic Beasts coming. I didn't know if it was. Is it a new Harry Potter reunion? I didn't know what that tea was going. Um, what redhead guy? I need to look him up. His name. I don't know how to say his last name, but his name is. He is the. He is on the Wheel of Time. The redhead tall guy on the Wheel of Time. It's closer to Lord of the Rings than Game of Thrones. Yes, I think as far as concept, yes. Yes. Yep. I think that's better. That's a better comparison. Even though it's still different because of the women centered aspect. Um, Second day there will be a new Game of Thrones. Yes. Um, there is a it's a prequel. It's I think it's telling the story of the Targaryens. I think the white hair people. um, I'll watch it. Not really anticipating though. Peace is the golden means to me. Protected at all costs. Yes. I love hearing your voice acting on the most recent episode of In Those Jeans. Oh, send me the link, Gigi. I didn't know it was out yet. Yes, I didn't know it was out yet. So I did some voice acting work on this podcast called In Those Jeans. I'll have to find it. I don't know what episode it's called, but if you can find it real quick, post it in here. Michelle is called The House of Dragon. It's a prequel. Yes. Second, yeah, me too. Pisces Sun, Capricorn Moon. Word, come on, Pisces Sun, Capricorn Moon. Me too. My moon saved me from the Pisces. I love the Pisces. Let me see. 30s were eye opening, more self clarity, facts. HBO is coming soon. I think they have a trailer maybe next year. Sister Lena, J.K. Rowling is having a new Fantastic Beasts movie in 2022. Yes, I'm excited about that in April. I don't, I don't, it's like the J.K. Rowling thing. Um, I don't fuck with J.K. Rowling, so but I find so much enjoyment in Harry Potter that I hate that I don't want to miss out on that experience by thinking about her. I enjoy my 30s. Haven't seen the. Yes, 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 yes. Hmm. J.K. Rowling can catch these twirls. Stick to novels, no more script writing or screenplay for you. Mm, I have to listen to that. Thank you, Gigi. Did you talk about next in line, Nancy, already? No, I don't even know what that is. Happy to be alive. Amen. I've been thinking about the people who have passed on. I am trying to not think about death. First Lady Nancy Reagan. Oh, about her being the Melly Grant of politics. I always, we always, I always think about, you know, the women who are on that level of political power. You know, I always thought that about them. Hmm. Come on, the original superhead work. Look, one of the things that I admire about Monica Lewinsky is we done all sucked some penis that had a smell to it. We done all sucked some penis that their account was on 99 cent. We done all sucked some penis that, that just didn't have shit going for them. For a 22-year-old bitch to be sucking the dick of the leader of the free world, you have Monica. I don't like how you played everything, but if I'm a suck a dick, why would it not be the president? A charming president. Now, there's some other presidents that I would be like, Trump. But if I was 22 and I had a chance to suck on Obama, I probably would have sucked it. If I was, you know, the charming presidents. I would, it's just a different game. If you get to that level where you sucking JFK dick and you sucking the dicks of the dicks, I don't There have been much less prestigious penis that have gone through these lips. Much less prestigious. So if some dick sucking got you to be the first lady of the United States, congratulations, Nancy. I have made a mess of my dress, but I have not preserved it. That it usually goes into the laundry that week. But I have made a mess of my dress. Roll up the partition, please. She had bounced back and is consistently collecting the doubloons. She also cracked jokes on herself. She's winning. Yeah, she has done TED Talks about bullying. She says, I am the get bullied on the internet icon. I'm about to turn this into a brand because now y'all care about bullying and shit on the internet. When I was getting bullied on the internet, y'all didn't care. Y'all was wearing me out. But now y'all care. So I want to put myself in this conversation as a internet bullied icon. I love that rebranding for her. I love it, and not to mention she's gorgeous. That's what you definitely notice about that motherfucking Monica. Monica is a gorgeous woman. She was a little portly, back in the day. So people love to talk about how portly she was, but I'm like, you don't see how pretty she is too. Because she's pretty. She's a pretty brunette girl. Mug was sitting. Mug was sitting. And even now, like, she's aging quite well. Yeah, she's a beautiful girl. So yeah, I feel like, you know, you had some sexy pieces. Yeah, but sexy pieces that weren't elite pieces. They weren't presidential pieces. I've had some tons of sexy men. I done had some modelistic top notch when it comes to their look. I done had some 15s out of 10. But but mm-mm, they weren't presidential dicks. I done had a few celebrities, like 3 in my life, but they weren't president dick. They didn't get me to that level. I'm sorry, Michelle, baby. I love you and admire you, but if that dick get pulled out, is if that Obama meat get pulled out, it's getting sucked. Don't no hard feelings, sis. I'm just letting you know. That would have been me. Honey, it just what it is. That's just how it's gonna be. I appreciate you, sis. The black community probably gonna hate me for the rest of my life. But I'll make a book about it and be like Corinne Steffens. Stormy Daniels didn't understand the assignment. She did not. What's the other one that was with Clinton? Paula White. There's a couple of them. Clinton had a couple of them. Did y'all watch the there's a show on oh, what is it called? I'm gonna have to post that up. I'm gonna have to Chance, is Chance still in here? Chance, I think I'm gonna post our Chasing Thread episodes. I don't know if y'all Paula Jones, not Paula White. Paula White is the preacher white lady. I don't know if Chance is still in here, but Chance, I think I'm gonna post our Chasing Thread episodes on here. They don't have a visual, but they have a it's just the audio, and we really go through. Me and Chance were trying to create a podcast surrounding fashion. And Chance was brilliant, and he would get all the pictures and write stuff out for our Tumblr. And we would talk about fashion moments, like we did one about Versace. Should I post them? Would y'all be interested in that? It's a whole. It's only like how many episodes did we do? Did we do 3 or 4? It's only like 3 or 4, and we're speaking about moments in history, but through a fashion lens. Um, I don't know. That podcast episode was great. Thank you. Did you watch it? Did you listen to it? I loved it. I loved that one. It was really great. And we were breaking down. We were just breaking down the Clinton affair, but through a fashion lens. And we talked about so much stuff that we learned. Okay, I will post them. Okay, I will post them. Yeah, we did. We did a couple of episodes. We did. I don't know what Chance was doing. Chance got be having some self-esteem things and get distracted and be not feeling good enough to record. I don't know what that's about. But but we had so much chemistry. I wish we could have continued. But yes, because I wanted a podcast that I talk about things outside of transness. Um, I didn't know Clinton had so many accusers. Yes, child. I was like, what? It was so many. It was so much smoke and fire. Y'all ain't going for Kristen Thompson. Honey, Kristen Thompson is such an easy win. Everybody can have Kristen Thompson, child. I would have, but damn, everybody can have him. He's having everybody. Kardashians, personal trainers, everybody here. Community did. Clinton was getting at me. Facts. Tristan gives me HPV fears. Oh, you could have. Yes, child. You know who I found interesting? Tyson Beckford. I've listened to some of his interviews about the modeling world. Yeah, I liked his interviews. He was more hood than I thought he was being. I watched his Vlad interviews, and he was way more hood than I thought that he was. But I had never really heard him interview. Even I just want to look at him. I don't want to know his personality. Tristan is like the future at this point. Is he making? Oh yeah, he is making babies. How many babies he got? He's trying to catch up with Future. Girl, London B. Johnson named his piece and used to hit Secretary of State with it. The president is a mess. Facts. Word. He just doesn't. He wasn't attractive enough for me to think about Mr. Johnson's piece. He was coined with meat. Corey is who I want. Chris is man. I don't know. Chris don't Chris don't give me that she likes size, honey. Chris, I feel like all her men look like they got laid piece, and an average black man piece would satisfy her. I don't. Mm-mm. Corey don't give me nothing. I feel like his piece is laid. Yeah, no, thank you. Chris don't give me she's a size queen. Corey thick and shape. Mm-mm. She might be pegging him. No, thank you. So he keeps a secret and been around out the way. Tell Corey I said, hey, big kid. That's true. Corey don't be in no mess. He ain't trying to be in the limelight. He know how to keep that bag, baby. Corey is like, honey, I'ma sit in this lap of luxury, baby, and not gonna say nothing. Y'all is not about to mess with my coin. I don't think about when he snagged that bag, baby. When he was like, wait, I'm about to catch Mother Kardashian, not one. Catching one of the Kardashian is a sickening bag. But I'm catching Mother Kardashian. Imagine when you got home from the first date with Chris and she made it official. You got home like, oh, this is about to be it. That's a bag, baby. Mama K, not a K, Mama K. She was getting coins. She was getting manager percentage from all them hoes. So you know her coin is smacking, secured and maintained, baby. Go sit down. That's what I did, honey. That's the kind of celebrity I need. Let me, cause I will take my ass and go. So you ain't gonna hear nothing from me. I ain't gonna talk to nobody. Just let me get my coins so I can do my business stuff on my own. So if you ever get tired of me, I got something to fall back on. Mm-mm. I know that's right. All right, Corey. We don't talk about Corey enough. You know, we love to talk about the gold digging women, but we don't talk about the gold digging men, the men who's securing bags. Because think about it, the way people was talking about Amber Rose when she was quiet and didn't say nothing when she was. Remember when Amber Rose was quiet and saying nothing when she was with Kanye? We didn't even hear her talk. She just was in her sickening body with a sickening eyewear on. Y'all remember when that's what Amber Rose used to give? We didn't know shit about her. But people had so much to say. Scott Disc did it first. Scott was always talking. Scott was always talking though. He felt like he was always in front of the camera doing something. Amber stayed out of the way. Amen. Scott told it when he was drunk. Yeah, Scott. Mm-mm. Yeah, Scott was too much. He was always in the front. He ain't like Corey going sitting down, chilling, and staying in his lane. Mm-mm. Scott was always in front of the camera. Scott still got keys to the compound. Did y'all see that video when Kendall was going off? I was on Kendall's side when Kendall was going off about them inviting Scott and not inviting Caitlyn or something like that. Scott came from Coin, so he wasn't tripping. That does make a difference. That does make a difference. Find out what he likes and how he likes it and let him have it just that way. Reggie, his mom and them snatched him real quick. Reggie, who's Reggie? I don't follow all the Kardashian stuff. Who's Reggie? Hey, Love Vanity, how are you? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Reggie was Kim's. Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush, fine, thick chocolate Reggie Bush that went and got a wife that looked just like him. I forgot about him. That's been some years ago. Who was? So she had Reggie. She had the tall white boy um, that she married. She married the tall white boy and she got divorced from him. And then she got. Did she marry Reggie? Did she marry him? She married Reggie Bush, or she just was with him? She married Reggie. You have to roll up the scroll. I'm talking about the marriage. Now we know she done had some folks, which I don't mind. But I'm talking about the actual marriage. So I know she married the tall white boy with the dark hair. Did she actually marry Reggie Bush? I don't remember her actually marrying him. Did she actually marry him? Tell me. I don't remember if she married him. I know she married Kanye. I think they were engaged. Yeah, I don't think she actually married Reggie. I don't remember that part. I think she married the tall white boy, but that only lasted for like 60 days, right? Yeah, so yes, okay. So just the people she married, we can't count. Look, we don't want to count everybody. Good over here in the Heights. She married some producer. Yeah, Chris Humphries is the tall white boy. Damon Thompson. Who is Damon Thompson? Jesus. Who is Damon Thompson? Oh, Damon Thomas. Who is Damon Thomas? Ew, he's ugly. When she married him? He's 51? Damn. How old was he? From 2000 to 2004. This piece probably big and nasty. Oh, this is before we knew who she was. Gotcha. What did he do? What does he do? Is he like a producer or something? Oh, a songwriter. What songs did he write? He almost won a Golden Globe for Best Original Song when she was working for Paris, when she was doing her Vegan stank. You probably vote for Ray J. Honey. Let me see. What songs did he record? This was not a good look, Kim, honey. What is notable works? Okay, so it's who? What does he do? Um, child. Yeah, I don't know these songs. Yeah, she was must have been desperate for a coin because I don't know him. Pete's kind of cute in a weird gothy way. I find Pete Davidson very attractive. I like him. I think Pete Davidson is my type of white boy. Those are the type of white boys I like. Pete Davidson is everything to me. Weirdo, gothy, 90s looking fucking white boys are my type. I love it. Love it. They look skater boy type little bros. I like it. I like them. He said he was hitting her. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, he did the Dream Girl album. Oh, I don't know. Mm. What songs? What are some of the songs? What are songs that I would know? Six-time Grammy winning mega producer. So what songs did he produce that I would know? Because when I look at his Wikipedia, they don't give you no. I don't know none of them songs. It must be something a genre that I don't know. He has a good personality, at least on his interview on Breakfast Club. Yeah, I don't know these people at all, y'all. Marissa might smell like cash, life insurance, and trust fund. Iris up and down and washcloth. Come on. Her first husband was one of the producers of Dreamgirls, and that helped work. I hope he didn't produce Kim's music. Hmm. All right, Ivory so. Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. Who is Caitlyn? Child, I am not following no Caitlyn. I don't even pay attention to her until something crazy she's doing comes up. These are the times by Drew Hill. Can't wait by Irvine. Okay, these are the times. Oh, nice. That's a good song. I don't know the Can't Wait by Irvine. This is what we need to investigate in. Definitely. the the Dream did that song for Kim. Yeah, he's definitely loving all the attention he gets though. I think he helped produce the film, not the soundtrack. I think North is going to be the real T in the future. I hope not. I hope North is not the real T in the future. I hope North is just as strategic and just as um, protective and business savvy as the rest of the Kardashians. I hope. I don't want her to be, I do not want her to be the I'm exposing my family and the trauma. I don't want her to be that. I want her to be a healthy, beautiful little girl that grows into a healthy, beautiful woman with coins that is just as protective of her family as the rest of the family. That's one thing that I find admirable about the Kardashians. They know how to close rank and support each other. North seems really intelligent. Yeah. No Air. Oh, he produced No Air. That was a really good song. I really love that. No air, no air. You know the Kardashians will treat Dream like the black sheep. Yeah, but that's kind of like that's her mother's. I kind of think that's her mother's fault. I feel like her mother, she secured a bag with Rob, but she didn't know how to finesse it and get into the crew. I don't think she knew how to be. I don't. I don't think she knew how to be that. I feel like China. If China was smart, I don't want to say if she was smart. I don't know. Look, I'm just gonna say what I say. If China was smart, she could have revamped Rob, got him skinny, got him in the gym, got him fine, got him business oriented, and really got him on the road to. Motherfuckers wanted to see. He was the only boy. Motherfuckers wanted to see Rob win. She could have got him back on track. Once he was in love, you got him to the point where he's fucking you raw and getting you pregnant, bitch. You could have locked that bag, secured that bag, and you would have been a part of the whole crew. I just don't think she had the I just don't think she had what it took. What her hustle hand didn't have what it took to actually do to play that whole role. I think she was just thinking short term in let me just get pregnant, but simple. Let me just get pregnant by this nigga and secure this one bag. She didn't think of it all around for herself and everything. Imagine if Rob had a son with China. She would have shut it down. Why you say that? Why a son? Because the son would have what? He definitely would have been the lad. He would have been the boy that takes the name. You can say that continues the name. Yeah, if she would have had the son, he would have took the name. It would have passed on. Yeah. The patriarchy of it all. The boy would have took the name. You totally right. You're right, Diamond. China had no real plan. Yeah, it just seemed like I think she was thinking on that low level, let me just get pregnant by this nigga. Not to secure a bag forever. Which is true. It will. But you could have thought about it a whole different way. I don't think she had the chops. Excuse me. China's mother ruined her though. I don't think China's mother ruined her. I think China's mother helped her actually. If you imagine Black China's show without her mother, she wouldn't have been interesting enough by herself without her mother. Her mother being Tony being so over the top made China look like made China look better. Um, yeah, it was you she wouldn't have had an interesting story. If it wasn't for Tony's antics, nobody would have been watching Zeus. Nobody would have been watching Zeus. She set the stage for the rest of these crazy Zeus shows. What was the pop star's name who was barely a pop star? That was the best Rob could do. You still find out. Andrea. Oh, Adrian. Adrian had a little coin. Don't sleep on Adrian. Adrian was a Disney girl. First of all, she was a part of 3LW and the singer of 3LW. First of all, she was the singer of 3LW. Um, she was a Disney girl, a cheetah girl. She a Disney bag, long time Disney bag, and then she got on the real. So I wouldn't say that the real brought her up. I don't know. I don't know. She's been a staple in culture for a minute. I don't want to say like super super high, but she's been on with a sickening bag from 3LW to being a cheetah girl because that's a Disney coin ain't a thing to look over. Yeah, Adrian has been, she has. I don't want to sleep. The real was it was another level. I don't want to, but yeah, she's been doing her thing. I don't want to know. I would like to see what kind of coin it changed for her. But I agree, Diamond. China's not interesting on her own. She's not at all. If it wasn't for Tony and her antics, we wouldn't even think about China. What do you think about Travis? Who is Travis? Travis Barker? Well, with Mom Kardashian knowing all the moves, and now Kim Business Savvy carrying the name, not just Kim's. Um, I think the other girls are doing their thing too. Because Chloe's antics are getting. I haven't heard Kim being in the headlines in a while. Travis Scott and Kyle. Mm. I've been Travis is like a Houston staple, so I've been hearing about him for a minute, but I don't think anything of him. Um, she's also got that low budget movie coin here and there, the Hollywood equivalent to driving for Uber. Yeah, yeah, baby. Adrian already had a little coin, but yeah, Chloe's main problems are keeping the name alive too. Ah, Kim being an attorney is a major key as well. She definitely knows how to pivot, especially targeting mass incarceration. Um, I don't find that to be that strange. Her father was a prominent lawyer. I can't imagine that she didn't pay attention at some point. I just can't imagine. Like I can see that. It's like most, not I won't say most, but a lot of kids go into the profession of their parents because they grow up around it and hear their parents talking about it. It's like yeah, I just like even like Dr. Pimple Popper, like she is into the pimple popping game because her father was also into that game. It usually That's usually normal. Like dentists, like it's a tons of people who parents are dentists that they are dentists. Like it's not strange to me. I don't understand why people act like Kim going into law, especially in a state where you don't need to go to law school. You can be an apprentice. It just seemed like it wasn't that strange for me. Especially at her age now. Kim is 40. You can't be that bombshell all the time. That's gonna fade. Especially somebody who has the kind of relationship with the culture as Kim. Yes, always about her business. Kim is Kim is one of them people that she's po- like there's a love hate relationship with pop culture with Kim. The Kardashians, period. Um, See, LeBeau, I don't even think of Kim like that. I think that's a shallow, misogynistic way of thinking of Kim. When you think of she's ran out of way to show her assets, that's a very, very misogynistic way. It's a very small way to look at Kim that's rooted in misogyny. Kim's talent, and some of this is attributed to a Chris, but Chris can have a plan, but it's the girls who executed Chris's plan. So you can't be just some stupid motherfucker. There because if it was that easy, other people would have did it. So there has to be a level of strategy that they understand. Their talent, people always like them, they don't even have talent. Their talent is monetizing their popularity. Monetizing their popularity. So whatever they popular for or whatever um business they can get into, monetizing those things is what they are. That is their talent. No, they can't sing. No, they can't dance. No, they can't do the typical talented things. But their talent is monetizing their popularity. Period. That is their talent. And that is a talent. There's a lot of people who are popular that are broke as hell that don't make billion-dollar companies or get billion-dollar reality TV contracts. That is a talent. It's not just about showing assets because they really ain't been in the game of that in a long time. She's been, honey, fashionista mom for a very long time. The sex kitten really ended with the shit mostly in her 30s. Once she started the whole getting married and having kids shit. That's stopped. Now was she still sexy doing fashion, da da da? Yes. But I'm talking about that going to clubs in the sexy clothes and being the it girl going to all the parties. That's been over. That part of her life been over. She been pivoted from that. And definitely no like porn shit. They flipped the sex tape into that popularity from the sex into a business, into other opportunities. And that takes skill and strategy and the skill of executing the strategy. And so if you just thinking about her in a way of she's just showing assets, then you're missing a lot. You're missing a lot of the actual talent and skill of this family. 20 seasons, man. They had 20 seasons. They put their whole family on, not just one, the whole family. How many people do you know do that? Only motherfuckers that come close is a motherfucking the Wayans, maybe the Jacksons, because it's only like two of them that's really kind of successful. Um, I don't know about our version of the royal family. um, and friends, yeah, we wouldn't know a motherfucking Jordan Woods and all those people. Yeah, they put a lot. They built an empire. You know, when we think about people who literally, you got some people like like Tony who kind of her sisters in. Um, but ain't nobody did that like the Wayans. Ain't nobody did it to the level of the Kardashians. But the Wayans brothers, Keenan really brought his whole family on. And I'm trying to think of anybody else. Can y'all think of anybody else who brought their whole family with them on their come up? Not just being around them, but actually showing their talent and their family getting movies and shit like that. Is there who other family other than the Wayans? Who else? Not even the Jacksons. Yeah, you can kind of early on, like the Jackson Fives. Yeah, I said the Braxtons, like Tony with the Braxtons, but that didn't work out in the beginning. In the beginning of her career, that didn't work out. They flopped. You know, Baldwin brothers. That's a good in the acting world. There's tons of Baldwin brothers. Yeah, they brought Daddy Douglas. Is it Douglas Baldwin? I think Daddy, the one didn't he just pass recently? He brought people on. But yeah, to this level of success, yeah, they succeed at capitalism. But they're not the only one that succeeds at capitalism. Those Carters do too. The Barrymores. Hmm. I only know the father, and then later the father, then Drew, the Osbournes. Hmm. Smollett's not so much because Journey Smollett been doing her thing for years. The other people we barely knew them until Jesse landed Empire. Everybody they might have been working on shit, but we barely knew them. Do we say the DeBarges? Mm, I'm talking about to the Kardashian level. Yes, it's a couple of Chico DeBarge, but most even the Barges, that's kind of like on that Tony level where we really only know one. They might have tried to bring them on, but they didn't become a success. All of them, like the Wayans and the Kardashians. I think Baldwins are a good one. Braxton's, eh, Norwoods. There's only two of them. Yeah, I'll count them. Brandy brought Ray J on. There's only two though, so and they have been a staple. They have been a staple in the game for a while. Once people talk about Kim getting popular off the sex tape, but honey, Ray J did too. He wouldn't be in this motherfucking hip hop Hollywood game if it wasn't for that video too. Chico is getting munched in prison. Scandal sales. Oh, definitely. It definitely helps that the Kardashians already came from privilege, though. They had a lot to work with even before fame. I and see, I don't even want to say that because there's tons of people who come from privilege that don't get to that level, and they want to. Um, what I do think is a privilege, not just the money part. What I do think is a privilege is they fucking mom. Chris was already reviving Bruce's career when the Kardashian father died. She got with Bruce and revamp because Bruce had been, he had went through in the beginning when he went through his Wheaties time, he was and had fell down. It had been beautiful. Um, it had been beautiful during that time, but it had fell down. And then when Chris got a hold of him, she was actually revising his career and getting him connected and bringing his life back to normal. Back, you know, having gigs like he was her cash cow. But then when Kim did what she did as far as the sex tape being exposed, Chris took those same skills that she had already been honing being Bruce Jenner's um, manager and just applied it to her daughters. And then it was Chris. You can't, I mean, that's that's one thing that's real. Chris is genius to on how we can flip this into something. And then add that to the love and hate relationship that society has for women who, you know, that Madonna whore complex. That was a magic made in pop culture heaven. Outside of the Kardashians, you have to say old money names like Rothschild and Vanderbilt. So that's why no one can say they didn't succeed and offer the fame pretty much. Not an industry. Amazing to me. Um, I don't really understand that. Outside of the Kardashians, you have to say old money names like Rothschild and Vanderbilt. Of course. We wouldn't have an Anderson Cooper if it wasn't from Vanderbilt money. But that's why I say no one can say they didn't succeed and offer fame pretty much not industry. Hmm. I don't understand that last part. Um, and she was riding the wave of OJ Simpson case back then too. Chris is the queen of networking. Hats. As a mom, I was disappointed, but as a manager, I saw an opportunity. I feel like that pretty much what Chris used to say when Kim first came out. Yeah. Basically, she said, "Oh, disappointed, damn bitch. You was getting fucked and sucking dick on camera, and you let him record you, and now it's out. Damn, you a stupid bitch. But let me show you how to play these cards." Smart girl, because Chris went from flight attendant to famous lawyer wife to famous ex sports star wife to famous mom of girls and one boy wife to famous ex-wife of famous trans woman. Chris is making her coin. She said, "I'm gonna show you how to do this. Do this, baby. I'm gonna show you how to turn this into an empire." Follow the Paris Hilton formula and pass it to a T. What I love about Paris is that Paris has created a persona that is not her. That is not, if you like talk to the real Paris, that the what we see on TV is not her. That is literally a caricature. And she has turned that into a thing, and I love that. But yeah, the other girls have done it better. Diamond, have you watched Hawkeye? I have not. I am not fully invested in those shows. Oh yeah, it is 3 hours. I have to get out of here. Plus I have to go eat. It is 10. So it was nice hanging out with y'all. We had some amazing conversations. Make sure y'all thumbs up if y'all are still watching. Um, Thumbs up, and I won't be back next Friday, but I will have some some videos uploaded because I'm pre-recording some stuff. So I have that uploaded. There are tons of new videos that I unlisted and added to the members only section. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure y'all go check it. Tons of videos that were like unlisted that I hadn't shown anybody yet. That y'all tons. I just anything that was unlisted that was just for patrons, I made it for y'all too. Um yeah, I really enjoyed the lives. Everyone be safe and secure. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, second day. What you about to eat? I'm about to go get some tacos from across the street. From Ruchi's. Um but yes. So I'm going on vacation on the 21st and I won't be back until the 27th. So I won't be at home and I'll be in Mexico and I'm not for sure what the internet is gonna be giving. So yeah. But yes. Have a great weekend, a holiday fun. Yes. I will see y'all next. I think that Friday is when. Oh, that's New Year's. I don't know when y'all gonna see me, child. Maybe that Thursday. I'll probably go live that Thursday on the 30th. Because this week, New Year's fall on Friday. It's gonna be a turn up. Ow. Oh, I have so many. Oh, let me show y'all this before I go. These are gonna be so cute. These are my New Year's outfits. I'm either gonna wear this one. This one's fire shit. This is all red, and it's like really deep low V with a split right here, and it's like rouge all the way down the front. I can't really get into what it gives, but it's so sickening. I love it. I'm gonna be serving motherfucking sexy ass Denise LaSalle, bitch. I'm gonna feel like I need to sing Down Home Blues or something. And then this one, this is just a simple spaghetti strap, black sequence with the split in the front, regular little gig. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna do, but either one of them, I am going to be wearing these bad boys because they are so fucking cute. Bam. Isn't these so cute? So cute. Ain't these so cute? So I love these. So either I'm gonna wear them with the black or wear them with the red with gold jewelry. be extra and do an outfit change through the night. You really, I don't want to be hot. I don't know how cold it's gonna be, but I really could put the black one under the red one and they wouldn't see it. They wouldn't see it until I take the red one off. So I really could do that. The way both of them are made. But yes, those are gonna be my holiday sequence numbers. Last year I wore an all white sequence. So this year I'm gonna do black or red. Probably the red. I love the red. The red is on. It looks so fire. Um, but yes. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to go get some tacos, and yes, thumbs up. See y'all the 30th. That's when I'm gonna be back. Yes. So yeah, I'll see y'all the 30th. All right. Bye bye.